gonna do a quick mic test. Cody on the inside, he gets turned! Oh, the big one happens! Oh no! All these drivers have shared an incredible race, but this race can only come down to one winner. Here comes Fieldley swerving. Fieldley's into the outside wall trying to come up with Brookmeyer. Here, Murata makes it 3 wide down the middle. Damon Murata wins the Daytona 250.
We made it. We took first. I want to thank my fans for watching me. I want to thank our team for playing.
It is time to finally shake it before you bake it as we go green flag at Daytona.
Hold on, Harold, I gotta mess with my steering.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while, but welcome finally back to the Shake and Bake Racing League kickoff season. Kicking it off today, round number 4. It's the Talladega 250, and of course, Talladega Superspeedway here in Sweet Home, Alabama, as we had a schedule change with Homestead Miami being pushed back and Talladega being pushed forward to round number 4. Unfortunately, the league has shifted a little bit with a couple of driver exits out of the league, like Cody Pruitt and Damon Murata, who will not be participating anymore, and some drivers currently out indefinitely until further notice, like Gino Zito. But we will still be racing here. We have a pretty decent field, 7 drivers currently on track, as we hope for some exciting racing here today. Hello, my name is Dwayne Crespo, also known as Fives on YouTube. As Talladega, personally one of my favorite tracks, and they're racing here today, hopefully as exciting, maybe even more exciting as the Daytona 250 was. 100 laps around Talladega Superspeedway, with some new rules implied from both Bristol and Las Vegas. Grace periods. Now, then, grace periods will start after the first caution restart, and it will start as 3 laps of grace period, and it will continue increasing as more cautions happen consecutively. We also have stage breaks back as well. Stage breaks, we will have 2 stage breaks every 30 laps. So first stage break will be at lap 30, with the second stage break being at lap 60, and then from lap 60 onward all the way to lap 100 we will be racing with no stage breaks. So again, should make for some excited racing, as we have about 3 minutes left here of practice for these drivers. As let's take a look here. Championship leader
Harold, I'll push you.
Carter Brookmeyer, as he still leads championship with 111 points. Still looking for a race win. He still has not had a worse finish than 3rd place, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even 2nd. So he has been very, very dominant there at the top of the rounds, and he's looking to dominate at the front of the pack once again here today at Talladega. Jaden Newson coming off a race win at Las Vegas. He is your defending race winner, and he will be looking to try and go back-to-back here. Pretty good at super speedways. He had a decent finish at the Daytona 250. He will definitely be looking here. Carter Roy also trying to get his first race win. He put up some decent points. He's just trying to get those points accumulated to try and get into the championship fight. JJ Bailey here as well. As of right now, he's going to be the only Chevy on the field. 3 Fords, 3 Toyotas, and the 1 Chevy from Vibes Motorsports. So we'll see how he will be running today. Spoke with him pre-race. He said that he is going to try to run with those Fords. So we will see how he does here as the only Chevy competing here tonight. John Waite, the preseason Heat Race 2 winner, here as well. Joshua Vickery trying to find some improvement as well. He's had some decent finishes. I believe his best finish is a P4. So we'll see here as he backs down below the yellow to let both Harold Wilson and Carter Brookmeyer through. Harold Wilson is also trying to find some improvement, as he had a pretty good amount of points to kick it off at Las Vegas for his points run. So he will definitely be trying to get into the fight, especially now with some drivers out. There's a higher chance now to get into the fight, as less drivers means more points for these right here, as practice is going to finish. And we are about to get qualifying started as Harold Wilson gets turned there in the end. As let's get qualifying underway here. And we'll see who comes out first. 5 minutes for these drivers to put in their fastest lap. 2 laps each. So let's see how we go here as Carter Brookmeyer.
2 fast repairs today. Don't forget, you will only be allowed 2 laps back under yellow.
There is the team radio for Carter Brookmeyer. As he said, 2 fast repairs allowed today, and the maximum of wave rounds that you can get in a lap are just 2. As we had a lot of wave round issues, especially at Bristol. So that's why those grace periods are also in place, as Jaden Newson, purple sector, as he's going to run the high lane. JJ Fieldley, also with a gray purple sector. Fieldley, one of those drivers that is pretty dominant in qualifying. So who will put the lap out first? As he comes past our restart zone, Jaden Newson is going to be the first one to put a lap time As now we're gonna start the lap. So now is where the drivers are gonna start their lap times. My apologies. So Newston and Fieldy looking to carry over those purple sectors here for their first lap time. As Carter Brugmeyer now with a purple sector. Brugmeyer hasn't really been, qualifying really hasn't been one of his specialties so far into the season. So will he be able to put a great time here to hopefully put him into probationary pole? 53.63 as he beats out Newson, who puts out a 54.35. He beats out Fieldy, beats out Wilson, beats out Carter Roy, as Carter Brugmeyer is going to continue to have probationary pole with a 53.63. Fieldy missing out by 0.01 seconds, and Harold Wilson missing out by 0.02 seconds, as Brugmeyer now with an orange sector struggling to find some improvement. Jaden Newson now though with a purple sector, as he's going to try and find that pole position here, as he's the only one with a purple sector right now. Brugmeyer also trying to find some improvement. He will not get his improvement. Does Newson get it? Yes, he does! Jaden Newson beats out Carter Brugmeyer for a probationary pole by just 0.01 second, as Newson pulls out a 53.62 to beat Brugmeyer, and Jaden Newson will start this race off on pole position, and he gets himself a bonus point. Wow. Beating out the pole by just 0.01 second. My goodness. Amazing pole, amazing lap time by Jaden Newson, as he is going to start this off on pole position for Talladega, as there's still some drivers here trying to set their time, and they will come to an end. Brugmeyer stays in second, Fieldy third, Wilson, Vickery, Roy, and Waite, as John Waite did not qualify. And we will start to get this here underway as we wait for qualifying to end to begin the pace lap around Talladega to set off and start round number 4, the Talladega 250, here live from the official Shake and Bake Racing League YouTube channel. As also, we are looking for drivers to recruit, so if you have iRacing and you would like to join the Racing League, just comment down below and we'll see, because we are indeed recruiting for some drivers. As we are ready to get things going
Good luck,
here.
everybody. Let's have some fun in Talladega.
Underway.
Alright, I'm not letting off the gas till I see God or the checkered flag.
There's the comment by
Good luck,
Carter
everybody. Let's keep
Brugmeyer.
it clean. Long race, 100 laps. Going to be 2-stage breaks, so just keep it easy. Good luck.
Yes, we are ready to kick it off.
Good luck.
As you hear those engines roaring, we should be set up for an exciting race here at Talladega, and what should be a close finish. We'll see how this turns out, as we had a close finish at Daytona under overtime, a close finish at Bristol under overtime, and then a dominant win by Newson at Las Vegas. So we'll see how this turns out here at Talladega as drivers are off, and we begin. Alrighty, here, let's take a look one final time at our starting grid. Jaden Newson on pole position. Then it's Carter Brookmeyer, JJ Fieldley, the only Chevy on the field. And it's Harold Wilson, Joshua Vickery, Carter Roy, and John Waite at the back of the field. So here we go, getting ready to set it off. A lot of drivers missing here as well today. As we said, Murata, Pruitt no longer racing. Cito is out. Kelly Walton also not present here today. So we have a 7-car field around Talladega. So those stage breaks are definitely gonna be more crucial here. As let's take a quick look at the championship standings, as it's Carter Brookmeyer leading the championship lead, 4 points above Jaden Newson with 111. Then it's Newson 107, Fieldley 2 points behind, 105. Then it's Gino, Zito, Murata, and Pruitt. Vickery 95. Then it's Kelly Walton 64, Carter Roy 62, Wilson,
Thanks, bud.
Waite, and Wenzel and Rainwater there.
Good luck, everyone else. I just
below.
wanted to specify Jaden.
Here we go. It's
Appreciate
finally
it,
time to get this going. Pace car is in as we approach the restart zone. And it's time to finally, once again, shake it before you bake it as we go green flag at Talladega. And a great start by all drivers here, as Jaden Newson will lead that pack on the inside lane. Brookmeyer high, as that outside lane is quickly gonna start losing some of that run. So a lot of drivers now have to go and pick their lane. The outside lane is gonna struggle now a little bit as they're gonna move down below, and we are already starting off a single file action. So already single file. Newson, Fieldley, Vickery, Brookmeyer, Wilson, Roy, and Waite. As we expected this single file action early in the game. As lap 1 here done at Talladega, as Newson will continue to lead. Also, I apologize if I sound a little off or if I cough a little bit. I am still a little bit sick, so I apologize for that. As Carter Roy and John Waite here is starting to lose a little bit at the draft, so they might have to work together here a little bit to get that draft back, as Fieldley tried to go high.
What was that?
As some stuff happening there in the back. Here's Carter Roy and John Waite getting back in it, as Brookmeyer is now going to lose out. Actually, no, that's Harold Wilson who's going to lose out on the draft. So 3 cars already losing out on the draft just coming into lap 3. So that will be interesting to see, as Brookmeyer and Vickery are going to go side by side. Vickery holds the top 3 position. As this will be interesting to see. Brookmeyer still trying to make that outside lane work, or at least just trying to get that side draft, as Brookmeyer is currently the only Toyota in that front pack, and the other 3 got left behind. And already in the early stages we see a pack split, so let's see how that will affect it, as Brookmeyer goes high here, trying again to get that side draft on Vickery to get that top 3 spot. Does he have it? No, it is not. Great defense by Vickery, and great job at holding the line, as he will keep it coming into turn 1, now into the backstretch. Brookmeyer gonna once again try and get that spot, that side draft action. Almost looked like he just clipped a little bit there of the right rear of Vickery. And Vickery now is going to start to lose out the draft a little bit. They bang doors as Brookmeyer here looks like this is the best shot that he has to try and take that position away from the number 8. As Fieldley and Newton here might also try and go side by side. Out of turn 2, Brookmeyer and Vickery still side by side fighting for the top 3 spot. Almost touching doors once again. As they're still there, holding it down. So who has the spot? Out of turn 4, they're still side by side. As now they're fighting for the 3rd spot, but now they're losing out on the top 2. As they touch doors again. Brookmeyer on the high side, almost coming down low on Vickery. As they're still side by side, coming into the backstretch on lap 6. Brookmeyer trying to get that draft from Fieldley on the high lane, and he's got it. Carter Brookmeyer finally seeks the opportunity and goes into the top 3 spot after a 3-lap battle for that position, which may or may not have risked both of those drivers to lose out on some of the draft there of those top 2. But man, oh man, what a battle already here at the early stages of the race. As here we see some of the backpack action. Oh! Wilson can wait there. As Joshua Vickery says, I'm gonna need that position back, and regains the top 3 position away from Brookmeyer.
Close up.
As here's some communication between Harold Wilson and John Wayne. They're at the back. Oh man. As now both Brookmeyer and Vickery are going to go back to Fieldley and Newsom here. Brookmeyer, once again, he's not going to give that top 3 spot off. We know how Brookmeyer is. Whenever he wants a spot, he will try his absolute best to take it, no matter the circumstances, as unfortunately he does not have enough juice, enough run to get that position back. So he's gonna, as we will expect to see him try again here for that spot. As we are about to go into lap 9. Nissen, a pretty good job holding first, Fieldley holding second. There's an on and off battle between these two for 3rd, and then of course we have the backpack with Wilson, Way, and Carter Roy. As Brookmeyer, some subtle movements there, trying not to touch that number 8. As does he have enough spot, as Carter Roy is actually going to lose out at the backpack, and he will see himself all the way in last, as that is a tough spot for Carter Roy, already missing out and already being left alone on the track. Also, 100 laps, a pretty long race. You can expect some drivers here to, in a minute, around the halfway point, start saving some fuels and tires. As Fieldy here gonna ride the bumper of Newson. That looked like almost a late block there by Vickery from that angle. As these four will continue to lead this race. As still there's some action. Brookmeyer still trying to touch doors. Does he have that top 3 spot back? He does not have enough run coming into turn 1. As he's still struggling to find the pace. As both Carter Brookmeyer and JJ Fieldy both tied with the fastest lap with a 50.49. As Vickery and Brookmeyer are now heavily going to lose out on the draft of that lead pack. And everyone is now heavily split. Still here side by side, as you can see now, the big gap that lead pack and the second pack now have. So we have split each other in 4 different packs, all in pairs. Newson and Fieldy in the lead pack. That's Brookmeyer, Vickery, Wilson, and Waite, who look here to get into the pack of Brookmeyer and Vickery, and Carter Roy, who is left alone. See here Newson and Fieldy, as these two are still going at it, coming into lap 14. Brookmeyer still unable to clear Vickery, as now Wilson and Waite are heavily approaching here these two. So we will see here a pack fusion, and then that pack is going to try and catch up to Fieldy and Newson here. As Brookmeyer might finally have the clear on Vickery. No, Vickery's going to fight back for that position, still on that low lane. He looked like he had to clear. Vickery still holding on, as Wilson and Waite are now completely caught the pack of this pack. And now we're back to 4 drivers in the pack. As now, 3 wide, Harold Wilson takes it on the inside with a pass on Vickery. It almost looked like John Way was actually trying to make that pull by there for a little bit. As Harold Wilson makes it 3-1 on the inside lane and takes the top 3 spot away from Vickery and Brookmeyer. You thought those two were fighting for the spot? Nah, Harold Wilson just comes in and sweeps it away with a big run. As now Wilson and Vickery in the low lane, Brookmeyer and Waite on the high lane, as we will run in pairs here. As we are just about the halfway point of stage number 1, as John Way makes it 3 wide at top, Brookmeyer stuck in the middle. That's all, he gets turned, and they get on the turn. Oh my. And that is what you do not want to see.
What happened?
The 3 wide.
Sandwich.
3 wide.
I don't know.
Was just way too much for Carter Brookmeyer. As you heard on the radio, he got sandwiched in the middle. We'll take a look at the replay. The 3 wide was just too big for those drivers, as no one appears to be a lap down, so we will get this pack stacked up again here on lap 16. Yes, let's take a look add that replay real quick. As let's see here, take a look at exactly
Check out backstretch going into 3.
what happened. As there is Wilson. Brookmeyer clips him a little bit, makes him go high, and then just Vickery clips Wilson. Wait is in it as he got hit by Brookmeyer, and then it's just a chain reaction by absolutely everyone. As Brookmeyer is not going to come to pit lane. But, oh man. My goodness. Yeah, let's take a look here with Carter Brookmeyer and see how exactly he got sandwiched here. Yeah, he just gets completely sandwiched. With really just nowhere to go, unfortunately. So that is just unfortunate on Brookmeyer's part. As all it took was just a little clip of Wilson, and that will bring out the first caution of the Talladega 250. As we see here, everyone now getting ready to stack up once again to go into the restart. No one's a lap down, so everyone will get a fresh start here, fully grouped up, everyone in the lead lap. Not to mention, we also have the stage break at lap 30. So everyone now here gonna get regrouped. As Brookmeyer is making his way back, as he had to go
I'm good with it.
into pit lane.
Somebody advanced 1.
As we will try.
Alright, boys, let's do it again. Next lap.
Dwayne? Thank you.
Yes.
Hey, where's the other John?
Alright, boys, this time by. Going green.
Both Johns are 2nd, 3rd. Line up.
Alrighty, here we go. Pace car coming in. As we are ready to restart this race once again. Already the first caution. Everyone now gets a fresh start. As Newson will still lead this race coming into the caution restart. Into the restart zone, and we are green flag once again at Talladega. And Newson got a big jump there as he controlled the start. So Newson with a big launch there with the start control. As now here comes everyone else to fully regroup once again. Wilson there on the middle home. And he will find that home on the inside. As Newson, Feely, and Vickery gonna run the high lane. Roy now switches up. As you see here, some action already taking place. As Carter Roy, side by side with the other Carter, trying to take that 6th spot back. This is a great start for Carter Roy here, as he got lost in the back of the pack.
Hey,
all
Carter,
left
if you get
alone.
behind me, I'll get you up to your forwards.
There's the lead from Brookmeyer and Roy. As Wilson here might aim to try and go high. As we are just 10 laps to go until the stage break. So we will see how this takes place here. As Brookmeyer and Roy now gonna be losing the draft, but they're gonna be trying to work together here. A Carter on Carter connection to try and get back into the lead pack.
Alright, I'll push you, Carter. You're kind of slow. I have a setup.
As Brookmeyer now aiming to switch places with Carter Roy. The lead pack remains unchanged, with Newson and Fieldley dominating those top two spots. So we will definitely see here how that takes place. As Wilson might be losing just a teeny bit of the draft there from victory. But oh man. As everyone now here gonna get settled in a great spot, single file. And just race to that stage. There aren't stage points, but stage wins do come with bragging rights, I suppose. But it is a great position to be able to control that start and be at the front of the pack at the stage restart. So it is very crucial, even though points are not on the table. As you can see there in the background, Carter Roy and Carter Brookmeyer trying to work together to get back in here.
Hey, Carter, are you in fifth gear?
Yeah, I am. I don't know.
As Carter Roy just looks like he just doesn't have enough speed to try and get back up here into the pack. As it comes 7 to go until the stage break. And everyone here is settling in as Harold Wilson once again, what he tried to do earlier, maybe trying to aim to go high. But he's just gonna stay back there and catch the draft of victory as much as he can. As Wilson just flips the apron there, that might be bad, as John Waite is gonna try and look for the opportunity here to take 4th place. And unfortunately he doesn't have enough, as he'll have to stay back there for top 5 spot.
Carter, you're broken.
With no improvement.
You're the only car I saw blink.
That's now some gaps forming in. Wilson, does he finally have enough to get that outside run on victory? Sure seems like it, as he's gonna get the push here from John Waite to go into the top 3. Yes, he does. Both Harold Wilson and John Waite pass victory, as Wilson finally makes the outside move stick. And he might be looking here to actually take that race lead away. From Fieldley and Newson. So we'll see if he has enough run and how many laps until he tries to go for the outside move, as John Waite gonna lose out on the draft victory, moves back and forth. As Victory is going to try to go, just like with Brookmeyer, trying to look back for that top 3 spot. And here with Victory catching the draft of Fieldley side by side there with Wilson. As Joshua Victory clears Wilson, and he's back now into the top 3. So just like with Brookmeyer, Victory now with Harold Wilson, a back and forth tug of war for that top 3 spot. As Fieldley is going to try and make a move here on Jaden Newson. Fieldley, who has been in second place the whole race. No one wants to work with him on the high lane, though. As John Wade is now going to go on the outside to try and give him a little help. Fieldley trying to go for the high risk, high reward to try and take that race lead away before the stage break. Unfortunately, it doesn't work after him, and he will go from second all the way back into 5th. As the high risk, high reward will just end in risk. As he's going to give here a big push away as he gets launched up high. As there was maybe a little bit of a checkup there. Fieldley going to try and go side by side with the Heat Race 2 winner at Daytona. To at least get a position back here. As he will continue to be side by side. No driver with an edge. As Fieldley will finally get the edge here. As he clears him in 4th. Or does he? Fieldley now with the old switcheroo move on Harold Wilson. They touch and they crash. As he saved it, but caution will be thrown.
Thank you so much.
As JJ Fieldley and Harold Wilson get into it, trying to fight
You're welcome.
for that position. Pretty sure John Wade was also there too. And we will have a caution right before the stage break. Wow.
I like how 72 years like going every lane as possible. Remember that somebody hits you. If we go green on lap 30, do we do a 1 lap shootout for the stage? Check up on back stretch going into 30.
Harold, are you good?
Dude, I can't believe how lucky I am. I saved that. That was amazing.
That was indeed amazing. What a save by JJ Fieldley. We'll try and take a look at that.
Wow, that was amazing.
Let's go. My goodness, let's take a look there once again.
Turning me on caution is just amazing. Thank you.
Oh boy, we have... What happened here?
Yeah, you definitely deserve that.
I think a lot of people deserve some penalties there.
JJ Fieldley and John Wade got into it. As we will take a look at this. What happened here between Fieldley and Wade?
Dave hit at 100 miles an hour.
As they got into it. So who here is at fault is the
Here's a
question.
solution, they both get penalties.
As we'll take a look here once again. As weight will come down on Fieldley, so that is definitely going to be on John Wade there.
Yeah.
AJ ran right through the end of John.
We're going to go green this lap for 1 lap, and then the caution will come out to conclude the stage.
So John Wade is going to get an end-of-line penalty. Because of the wreck there with... because of the wreck
1
there...
degree.
With JJ Fewley under caution.
Alrighty, scratch that.
So as we conclude here the first stage, Jaden Newson is going to win it. But oh man.
Next stage at lap 6.
This will be interesting. As you see here now, race control with the official message. John Wade with a end-of-line penalty for wrecking with JJ Fewley under the caution. But man, what a save that was by all drivers. As that caution is gonna be extended here as we got stage break. So next stage break will be on lap 60. So we will be getting ready to go here under green for stage number 2 here at Talladega. As Jaden Newson is going to be the one still leading this race. So this will definitely be interesting to see here. As we are just about to get underway here with the second stage. Everyone with fresh start. I believe also everyone pitted, so everyone had some fresh tires, max fuel. And everyone here will get a nice fresh start. So here we go, pace car coming in, who set off the second stage of the Talladega 250. Big movements there for Carter Roy and Joshua Vickery, who will be more at the front of the pack now. As we come to the restart zone, and we go green once again at Talladega. And Vickery already moves up to second. As Brookmeyer here gonna get lost on the high lane a little bit, unless he can get a big side from here by Fewley, and he might do just that. Fewley and Brookmeyer side by side for fourth. They're still side by side as John Wade is unfortunately going to lose out on the draft all the way there at the back. As Wade was given an end-of-line penalty, so he's going to lose out there. Wilson going to run with Brookmeyer here on the high lane. As Fewley still going to remain there, holding that inside line. And it just won't be enough. As Brookmeyer goes into fourth, and Wilson now here trying to take that top 5 away from Fewley, and he does. As Wilson might actually be trying to go for that fourth spot, that outside move that he wants. Fewley now though, gonna run with Brookmeyer. Or no, he won't. Fewley's gonna move up high, go with Wilson, and he's gonna leave Brookmeyer down below. as both Wilson and Field are gonna move up. Wow. Wow. Brookmeyer is gonna be the one that's gonna be left behind as Harold Wilson and JJ Fieldley. Wilson moves up to 4, Fieldley back into the top 5, Brookmeyer at 6, John White unfortunately losing the draft there at 7, as here is the lead pack with Vickery, Carteroy, and Newsom still leading this race. Will we see so Damon Murata and Gino Zito, both previous race winners, are not here. So will we see Jaden Newsom return to victory lane for the second time in a row, or will we see a new race winner here at Talladega? So far, Jaden Newsom's hopes at another victory lane, but back-to-back are looking very, very prominent. These three are still going to be here fighting for that top 5. Brookmeyer doesn't have enough to try and get that spot away. As here's Vickery, Newsom, and Carteroy. As they're all going to be running with each other now. So single file action once again, everyone in a pretty stable position as Brookmeyer is going to try and go for that top 5 spot. He does have sight draft on Fieldley. He does look like he has enough run. No, he does not. He's going to lose it coming into turn 2. And just won't have enough juice. He may have a good slate shot here though, coming into the backstretch. As we'll see what he has planned, if he has anything planned, to try and move up here into turn 3. As Wilson will still lead this pack here in 4th place. So JJ Fieldley, big drop, has been in 2nd place the entire race. And now he is struggling to stay in the top 5. As we see Carter Brookmeyer, he hasn't had a worse finish in 3rd place. You've seen him struggle in the races like Las Vegas. He was at the back almost the entire race, and then he just manages to pull it off almost every time. He just manages to pull it off last laps and get himself a P2 or P3 finish. Brookmeyer still, though, looking for that race win. As he gets turned there, oh boy! As we have a spin, and that will bring out the caution.
You're all over him. What do you expect to happen?
As Fieldley is gonna turn Harold Wilson around, and that will bring out the caution. Harold Wilson with the save. But oh man, just like Fieldley, who got
raining too hard there, raining too hard, my bad.
By Wilson, it's now Wilson who gets clipped by Fieldley, and Wilson saves it. And now this is going to bring a big opportunity here for John Way as well, as he's going to get a regroup here. Oh, what happened there? Oh, man.
Space car by.
But, oh, man. As we will take a look here at the replay for that crash in just a second. Yes, let's take a look here. And oh boy, what happened here? Do we have...
Can I get a black flag clear?
No, we do not. Alright.
This is Steve. They told us to catch the pace car, and as soon as we crossed the start-finish line, they told us to look the pace car by, and it was 26 seconds behind us.
Oh boy. So let's take a look here at the... As there is the tug there between Wilson and Feely. As you see there, Feely just a little bit too aggressive there on the bumper, turns Wilson around. But an incredible save there by Harold Wilson to manage to get that car fully settled once again and still get it going. As we are getting it ready to go green here once again.
Harold, do you have damage?
I do not.
Alright.
As Feely here making his way back.
By the way, Harold, I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't mean to push you that hard.
That's an apology
No
by
problem,
JJ
man.
Feely. Oh man. A great save by Harold Wilson. Two big saves here by first one by JJ Feely, now second one by Harold Wilson. What is with all these saves here at Talladega? As we go 1 to green here, as everyone will get settled up once again, regroup everyone in the lead lap to get back into the pack. As we will go into the restart with 10 laps to go, or sorry, 20 laps to go, I should say, until the second stage break. So we will see how this goes here.
Alright guys, we don't have enough cars to keep doing this, let's go.
As I'm still unaware if drivers used their fast repairs, but we'll see how this goes. As the order is completely, as we are completely in order now with the Fords in the top 3. As we are just in order now with the Fords, Toyotas, and the Chevys all in order now. So I find that very amusing. So here we go, 20 to go until the second stage break. As I said earlier...
Hey Dwayne, just so you know, your Chevy's in the back.
I am aware of that, yes. As we said at the beginning of the race, if you would like to join the Racing League, hit us down below in the comments, as we are currently recruiting and we would gladly accept some more drivers here to have fun with us here in the league. As we are ready to start it off once again here. Big shout out to everyone who watch these streams. Big shout out to y'all. Y'all make this possible, and we love and appreciate every single one of y'all as we get ready to go here once again as we go green flag at Talladega. into lap 40, 20 laps to go until the second stage break at lap 60. As Carter here might have some momentum issues. That Ford is not going. As Victory might here have a chance to get that second spot. And he does. Victory goes back down low and he is back in the second place. As here comes Fieldley and Brookmeyer trying to make that outside lane work. John Wade is going to go with him. It's all about how much you can push and which lane is currently the most optimal one. As Newston has been riding that inside lane the entire race, and I don't see him switching anytime soon. If it's not broke, don't fix it, as Brookmeyer had a little bit of thunder with Fieldley. He's going to move down below to leave Fieldley up there in the high lane.
Ross Chastain.
And Fieldley is going to move back into the inside lane to go on top of Wilson, and we are back with that single file action. Everyone here is going to try and look for some decent spots. John Waite currently with the fastest lap of the race with a astonishing 50.20. As of right now, he has the provisionary fastest lap, so he might be earning himself here an extra point if no improvement is done. As just riding that single file on the low lane. It's what everyone's been doing, and it's what everyone is going to continue to do here. As everyone is trying to hope this time to stay together as a pack, hopefully not a pack split. As here comes Harold Wilkin, who will leave Fieldley on the outside looking for a home, and he will find it here in between Wilson and Wade. John Wade's been struggling a little bit to find his pace. As that penalty earlier, because of the wreck under caution, impacted him quite a lot here at that caution restart. As Brookmeyer going to go into the outside lane, Fieldley and Wade are going to join with him, trying to get that push. There's a little bit of a shove. Brookmeyer gets shoved in the middle. As there was a little bit of a chain reaction, too much big pushes there on the turns. And Brookmeyer almost lost it. As he's going to continue to get pushed here by Fieldley on the outside. Wade moves back to the inside. Do Fieldley and Brookmeyer have enough momentum to get that run? Fieldley leaves Brookmeyer hanging on the outside as he moves down below. And now everyone with a big checkup. Carter Roy gets thrown down in the middle. Brookmeyer had pretty good run there. He had a lot of side grab. He is unfortunately going to start losing in here, as he's still struggling to find the inside lane, and now he does as John Wade goes below the apron there a little bit. That looked like he clipped just a teeny bit of Carter Roy. And that rear up that 21. Coming here into lap 45, 15 to go until the stage break. As there's going to be a pretty big gap there, as John Wade moves in to take 6 away from Carter Roy. And now he's going to get that track to get back in it. So back to that single file. As Brookmeyer there, a little bit of a move. As this top 4 here is not going to get settled in. And we haven't got on board yet. Let's go on board here with the 83 of Harold Wilson here. Everyone here is going to start to just get more and more settled as Carter Roy is unfortunately going to be left hanging as he's going to lose the draft. And that's what you don't want here at Talladega, to lose that draft, and unfortunately Carter Roy has been a victim of that twice now. Newson still continues to lead this race in dominant fashion. That's a little bit of shakeup there. Brogmeyer goes down below. So everyone here trying to get settled in a good spot. As we continue to ride single file, that top three remains unchanged. Wow. What a race this has been. Pretty good race, pretty good clean racing, and a bunch of incredible saves by the 72 and the 83. As we still have half of this race to be done, with that final stage being 40 laps instead of 30. So everyone is just gonna continue to get settled. That's what you want to do. Just try and run it there as much as you can. If you see an open opportunity, go for it in a safe manner. But tire saving and fuel saving is definitely going to become a factor here. As weight is going to be lost a little bit there on the high side. Brogmeyer looks like he's losing that draft as he's going to try and get back into it. As we are officially halfway through the Talladega 250 as we reach lap 50 here. We are halfway done and halfway to crown a race winner. 10 laps to go here as well. Before the stage break at lap 60. Oh man. Nine to go. As John Waite is going to lose that draft once again. Same thing that happened to Carter Roy, and I believe that is twice now as well that John Waite has unfortunately lost the draft. As there is Carter Roy. Hopefully they can catch up packed up together here, as they will still be able to catch up here because of the stage break in 9 laps. But a big draft loss like that in the early stage, the end stages of this race are going to be crucial, especially after lap 60, because lap 60 is the final stage break. If you lose the draft after this stage break, you just have to pray to God that you get a caution. Jaden Newson still continuing to lead this race without faction. A very, very prominent back-to-back opportunity here for him. As if you did not tune in 2 weeks ago, Jaden Newson with an incredible, dominant victory in round 3 at Las Vegas. No one came close to him.
Are we checking up a lot sometimes?
And it was just a dominant win, as Brookmeyer there questioning the amount of checkups done, as they have been checking up there quite a lot. Especially Beatley, Wilson, and Brookmeyer here, as Harold Wilson might actually be trying to go for the outside move. Brookmeyer is going to try to run with him, but I don't think he has enough momentum here. And he might actually start to lose the craft a little bit. But, oh man. Oh, Wilson there, a little bit of sputter move. Got a little loose. As Wilson here is going to try and get that side draft from Fieldy, and now he has a shot to get that outside move done. If he can get enough momentum out of turn 2, and with the help there from the 62, Fieldy tries to move to the middle there a little bit to try and back him up. And the momentum is going to be completely lost coming into 3.
Trying to get to your butt, Harold.
As Wilson there, there may or may not have been a little bit of contact there between Wilson and Fieldy, as they almost bang doors. But Wilson just still struggling to get enough momentum to get that top 3 spot away. As Fieldy is just running with Vickery and Newson here. But wow. Great racing action so far, even just with 7 drivers. As Wilson there, once again, is going to get shut up.
You're going to cause a wreck if you keep doing that. That is stupid.
As there is the comment towards Fieldy.
Sorry, my bad.
That's the second time that Wilson has been shut up the track like that. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's actually what caused the caution that Harold Wilson had to do that save. He clipped Fieldy because of that exact same thing. So they will definitely be on the lookout for that. It's Wilson and Fieldy side by side once again. This looks like the most prominent run yet for Wilson to try and get that top 3 spot away on that outside lane. With 3 to go here until the stage break, and he is starting to lose that momentum. Can he try and get that momentum still now coming into turn 2? Can he just try and keep it side by side, get that side draft? As the pack here is now going to come into the 21 of Carter Roy, who is probably going to be lapped here. still side by side. This is the best run yet, but I still don't think it's gonna be enough, and it won't, as Fieldley holds third. And the run of Wilson and Brookmeyer once again is just not enough to get them into the top 3. As we come to 2 laps to go until the second and last stage break on lap 60. As here is Carter Roy here, as he's gonna move in the high lane to make some for lap traffic here. And Wilson and Brookmeyer may use Carter Roy to try and get Roy to run with them on the high lane, as Carter Roy will become the first driver to go a lap down. As we just have 1 to go here until the stage break. Newson is still holding on to it. And again, like we said earlier, we saw this at Las Vegas. Newson dominated stage 1, dominated stage 2, got the race win. And Newson so far dominated stage 1, and he's about to dominate stage 2 as well. As Jaden Newson out of turn 4. Back-to-back stage wins. If you include the race win, that is 5 stages in a row that he has won. Incredible performance by the 78.
That was the most boring stage finish I've ever seen.
As
You should have seen the first stage.
Jaden
That was under
Newson,
caution.
as Jaden Newson will win the second stage. If you include Las Vegas, that is 5 stages, 4 stages and a race win. So technically 5 stages in a row that number 78 has won. What a performance by him in these rounds. As this will be the final stage break, so if you lose the draft here onwards, it is gonna be
Alright, Toyotas, you gotta get together
crucial.
and get around these
And
boards
that is
and break them
gonna
up.
hurt you a lot, as if you lose the draft, you're just gonna have to hope for a caution.
Check out backstretch going into
As we
3.
will take a quick break here as we get everyone to regroup and settle on to start the last and final stage here of the Talladega 250. Drivers here are going to come into the pit lane.
Gonna be honest with you, I meant to pit.
As we can expect this here.
Keep
These
it 2
drivers
degrees.
come in. So John Wade here is going to beat JJ Fieldley as JJ off pit road, as JJ Fieldley might have some damage. Pretty time-consuming pit stop there for that number 72 Chevy. As that might be some repairs there in place. As Carter Roy is going to be out of the race. He is not going to resume.
He quit.
As there is indeed confirmation. So Carter Roy is not going to finish this race, as he will call it a day for the 21 crew, and he will put the car into pit lane and into the garage, as more drivers here now going to come into pit lane to get that in.
No. Yes, because we're going to have 2 cars in the restart, Carter.
As we have everyone here settled, ready to go and start off the final stage. Wow. As we get ready to start it off here, everyone making their way through.
Stack up double wide, just clear the black flag.
As we're getting ready here to go, green flag here. As we are about to end the stage. We're gonna get ready to go here, underway. As here we go. Pace car is in. John Wade is going to lead the pack into the green flag for potentially the final time if there is no caution. No more stage breaks. We race now for the checkered flag as we go green flag at Talladega. And a great start for John Wade, as he's going to get that big run. Wade for the first time is in the lead, and unless Jaden here comes into the front of the pack and into the lead, we will have, for the first time in this race, a brand new race leader, as here comes JJ Fieldley steamrolling through that outside lane, as Jaden Newson is going to try and get that lead back on the outside lane, getting pushed by victory. And Jaden Newson will take back that race lead like he never lost it in the first place. Wow. Jaden Newson showing his dominance once again, immediately to the front of the pack. Can anyone try and take
John, go ahead.
that race win away from him? As here comes John Waite, trying to go and make that high line work. Brokemeyer gonna ride with him. Harold Wilson gonna ride with him to try and combat those under 3 on the inside lane. And this is when the outside looks very prominent. As he's gonna be side by side with Jaden Newson here into turn 1. John Waite in the Grimace number 7. That's an amazing scheme, by the way. Jaden Newson in the ASL 78. As they're going to be side by side fighting for that race lead. Oh, a little bit of contact, and John Waite is into the wall. He got clipped. John Waite goes smashing into the outside wall. Hood first. And that will bring out the caution. My goodness, that was a very hard hit. I think everyone else made it safe. With maybe
Checkup coming out of 2.
with maybe some minor damage on that 83. We'll take a look at that. Oh my. Let's take a look at that replay. John Waite. Just their victory goes high, clips Waite, and he just goes straight up launching it as he clipped there, Brokemeyer a little bit. Hood first. Oh my god. Hopefully he is okay, as that looked like a very hard hit. Wow. Hoping that he is indeed okay after that. Here, just straight up. Oh my goodness. As there is John Waite got some repairs done, seems to be okay, which is very good, as a lot of drivers gonna come in here into pit lane to set themselves up for the end game. As Joshua Vickery seems to be the one that will lead the pack to the green flag.
One degree.
As we go 1 to green here. To go a green flag once again at Talladega.
Stack up 2 wide.
As you're getting ready to go here, as we are just about to reach 30 to go. As we're gonna stack up, and we're gonna try and do this all over again. Joshua Vickery gonna lead the pack for the first time into the green flag. It's Fieldy beside him, Brookmeyer, Newston, Wilson, and Way as we come to the restart zone, and we're green flag once again at Talladega. Good start for pretty much everyone. As Fieldy here gonna get that outside lane moving and going. Trying to make it work. As Newton is gonna move down through the high lane, and Fieldy is not clear. Engine blown, just like John Wade. He is gonna go hook first into the outside wall.
That's bound to happen at 72.
JJ Fieldy trying to go down to the inside lane. He was not clear. He will clip the front of Jaden Newson, who he was working with. And Fieldy with a massive crash.
Looks like he tried to fit in where he couldn't and got wrecked by his own teammate.
My goodness. And if he doesn't have fast repairs, that may be the end of...
Checking up on the backstretch.
That may be the end of the race for JJ Fieldy. As we'll take a look here. Oh my. As you see there. Fieldy just tries to come down when he's not clear, clips Newson, and just gets absolutely shut up into the outside wall. How terrifying does that have to be looking at that? That is almost exactly what happened to John Wade.
Watching the replay, that had to have hurt in that chair.
Oh, man.
He said it's not working.
The chair's not working, everybody. I'm fine.
So there's confirmation of
I may
JJ
need like a trauma
Fieldy.
surgeon because I'm like flabbergasted on how hard that hit was.
As JJ Fieldy, so a big hit. Hoping he's okay. We got information a little bit that he is okay. As we'll take a look here.
Did he have a fast repair?
Yeah, I still got 2, and my towing ended in like 55 seconds.
As JJ Fieldy had to be... Ooh, what happened there? As JJ Fieldy had to be escorted by a tow truck. So he is gonna try and get his repairs as fast as possible there on pit lane, so he can head on out once again. As we are officially 30 laps to go here in this race. And 2 pretty big crashes back to back. Both identical, just straight up shot up into the outside wall, hood first. Fieldy here gonna try and make his way through as fast as possible. Oh man.
Clear high line. Stay single file.
Can I get a wave around really quick?
Just go.
As Phil here is gonna get the wave around, he's gonna go past all of these guys to get that lap back.
I'm surprised it didn't crash again.
Double file.
As Fieldy is going to try and make his way back as fast as possible here to get this started once again. But, oh man, great race so far. Clean racing out there, big saves, big wrecks. As we have 29 to go here. And we are ready to start this off once again. As Fieldy, I believe, will just have enough time to come back around and line himself up. As Vickery is going to once again lead the pack into the green flag. There's Fieldy as he makes it back in time. And we go green once again at Talladega. Looks like a little bit of a rough start there for Brookmeyer in the high lane, as Newton is going to immediately move down, and now he's going to go back up. And Brookmeyer is now the one that will move down. Vickery is going to try to get his teammate up. Fieldy is going to run with them as well. So we'll see how this shakes up here. Into the backstretch we go. Wolfton holding the inside, Vickery on the outside. As that outside looks like it's the one that has the most run so far, and it will in fact be, as we officially have a new raised leader in the form of Joshua Vickery, who will now lead, if I'm not mistaken, his first full lap on the green. As Newton here, we're going to give him a big shove, as we can expect Newton here to try and make a move in the late stages, as everyone is going to go back to single file. And this is where the end game and the late stages of this race come into play. How fresh are those tires? How much fuel do you have saved up for the end of this race, as we go 26 laps to go officially? Harold Wilson currently with the fastest lap of the race with a 50.06. That is insane, as he just caught the fastest lap of the race. A 50.06 for Harold Wilson, as he now takes the fastest lap of the race. As we'll see how everyone maintains their positions here, and how this comes into play. 25 to go. Oh man. This is starting to shape up to be a close and exciting finish. So we will see how this goes here. Into turn 3, Vickery holds the lead. As here comes Harold Wilson, who's going to try and run that outside lane.
Keep on JJ's corner panel here. We're going to keep that run.
Brookmeyer in the outside. John Waite is going to go to the outside as well. As we will see here, how far can they go? Feely there lost a lot of momentum. And now Wilson and the rest of the pack going to come in here. Harold Wilson has his top 3. Brookmeyer is cleared. Waite side by side with Fieldley. They almost bang doors. And we'll see now if they try and go for Newton and Vickery here to try and take that race lead away. And they are 100% going to go with it. As they don't have enough, they go back down to try and get that slingshot and then try again later. As John Waite is past JJ Fieldley to come into the top 5. 23 laps to go. It is what looked to be a dominant win for Newson. It is now everyone's and anyone's game. Anyone's race win is now near possible. As Waite is going to get back to the rear of Brookmeyer thanks to the push from Fieldley. Fieldley's not going to get through Waite, through John Waite, and now Fieldley's going to try and look for some more here. He's going to get past Brookmeyer. Now back to the bumper of Jaden Newson, and he gets back into his top 3 as that outside lane loses a ton of momentum. And we are back to square one. Back to square one. Single file action with Wilson and Brookmeyer trying to make that outside lane work. Fieldley back into the top 3. Vickery continues to lead with Newson still sneaking up there in P2 as we come 21 laps to go. Like we just said earlier, it is anyone's race now. And it will all come down to these final couple of laps. As Wilson looks like he has a decent amount of momentum to try and get that outside lane working. Especially with the help here of Brookmeyer. Fieldley is going to once again lose that draft. Wilson back in the top 3. Brookmeyer and Fieldley side by side. And he just doesn't have enough to clear. That's Brookmeyer and John Waite almost banged doors. Brookmeyer is now fighting himself all the way in the back. And JJ Fieldley, a little bit of a struggle there as Fieldley rapes the outside wall, trying to go for a move on Harold Wilson to try and get that top 3 back. Now he's going to move to the outside. No one seems like it's going to move to him. As Fieldley is the one that moves to the outside to try and get that race lead back. To try and make a move on his teammate. Vickery goes high in a block, and now this is going to allow Wilson, Waite, and Brookmeyer to go into the inside lane and get pretty evened up here coming out of turn 4. A couple of moves, and this has completely shifted as we go now back to square one as that outside lane completely overpowers the inside. I am hyped and excited to see how the last couple of laps turn out. Who goes for what moves? Obviously, everyone here aiming for that race win. So we will see how this goes. And Brookmeyer, we've been seeing that all day. Them just constantly going back and forth, trying to get that move on the outside lane working. We've seen it all day. They know what's coming. As Wilson and Brookmeyer are going to try once again and make that high lane stick.
Hey John, if you could get a little closer to my bumper, I know it's going to be hard, but it will help us.
As teamwork here is definitely going to make the dream work. Especially here at a track like Talladega, where it's just constant pushing, constant drafting that will get you towards the win. As Wilson here looks like he has a lot of speed. Out of turn 2, little bit of a swivel that might actually lose the speed. And it is unfortunately going to lose the speed as they're going to backtrack back into the low lane. Oh man. Will we see a new race winner finally take victory lane? Will we see Jaden Newston get back-to-back race wins after winning both stages and leading them? And will we see Harold Wilson and the rest of this pack finally make that move stick and go into the race lead like they want to? As Brookmeyer there looked like he got a little loose. Maybe he clipped the rear a little bit of Wilson. Unsure what happened as we were blocked a little bit by the angle. Oh man. Into the front stretch. As these two are still continuing to going together. 15 laps to go here at Talladega. As John Wade is going to lose out on the draft, and now that 83 and that 62 need to either wait on that 7 to get back up, because else they are not going to have enough momentum at all to catch up the rest of the pack of the 72, the 78, and the 8. As the Fords at Comet Motorsports did lose a teammate in Carter Roy. So it's just Newson and Vickery in that top 2 with the Fords, getting help, of course, from the Chevy, from the Vibes Motorsports Chevy of JJ Fieldley. And then, of course, John Wade, Harold Wilson, and Carter Brookmeyer, all the Toyotas from Badass Racing, trying to work together to get at the front of this pack.
Every time you do that.
As Field here once again, like you've seen many times before, trying to lose a little bit of draft.
Well, you kind of chopped his nose off and ruined our momentum. You gotta do it earlier.
There is some back and forth discussion as Brookmeyer scrapes the outside wall. A little back and forth discussion there from Brookmeyer and Fielding. Seems like they're not that happy with each other, especially Brookmeyer with some moves that Fielding has done to lose out on their momentum. But it looks like this is a prominent run once again, as Wilson does have enough to clear Fieldley, but he's going to try and keep running the high lane with his teammate. And he has big run now, as he's going to go side by side with Newton. John Wayne, unfortunately, just completely out of the draft. So these Toyotas are going to have a little bit of a harder time to try and work on these Fords and the Chevy as we come into turn 3. Yeah, the momentum just falling short once again, and it does not work out. As now is where we start the late stages. Officially 12 laps to go. Man, oh man.
JJ, if you want to go, let's make the run in time. Make the move in time.
And there is JJ Fieldley. Here comes the move. JJ Fieldley is going to switch from the Fords, and he's going to switch to the high lane to try and work with those Toyotas to get Fieldley at the front of the pack. And now these Fords are in trouble as that outside lane is definitely going to get moving now. And let's see how this changes the outcome. As Fieldley now, side by side with victory, and he goes up front with 11 to go. And we have a new race leader as Fieldley quickly switches up to go to the low lane. Harold Wilson manages to go into the inside line to block off victory. Brookmeyer still stuck in the high lane, as I don't think he'll have enough momentum to try and clear victory to go on to the inside, and even so, he's still blocked by his own teammate. As Wilson trying to go outside and try and give Brookmeyer here the momentum that he needs, but it just won't be enough. As the Chevy and the Toyotas are finally through and clear of those Fords. And JJ Fieldley...
Come on, push me.
And JJ Fieldley, for the first time, is going to lead this race. As we have a new race leader here at Talladega with just 10 to go. Wilson won't push. Victory going to move back. He's back into second place to try and take that race lead back. What a turn of events this has become. And this has proved that Chevys are their own thing. Whether they were with Fords, whether they were with Toyotas, these Chevys are going to try their absolute best to just get that race win and get it done and over with. It's Fieldley, Vickery, Wilson, Brookmeyer, and Newson, as Wilson and Brookmeyer are going to continue to run that high lane to try and make it work, and this will allow Newson to come back into third spot as Vickery tried to make it 3 wide, and it just won't work out. Joshua Vickery tried and go to the middle to make it 3 wide and get past JJ Fieldley with the push of Newson, but it just won't work out, and Joshua Vickery is going to clip JJ Fieldley, and Fieldley in the 72 Chevy is going to be once again spun around and involved in another wreck, which he will save and get just a little bit of minimum damage, but that will bring out the caution with just under 10 laps to go. So this may or may not be shake and bake overtime. And this will change everything.
Alright, boys, here we go.
Let's take a look at that. Once again.
JJ, you scared me.
Yeah, Vickery just goes high and just clips
I scare
Fieldley.
myself sometimes.
Harold Wilson just barely missing that 72. That could have been catastrophic for those Toyotas. But, oh man. as drivers are gonna come here into pit lane. That is Harold Wilson and JJ Fieldley coming in to get what we are guessing is gonna be more fuel. As now here is Wilson, or Fieldley looks like he's just gonna get some fuel. Wilson is actually gonna get a fresh set of tires waiting for him, as he will sacrifice track position for a brand new fresh set of tires. But that is gonna be pretty crucial here, as Harold Wilson will have the freshest set of tires out of the entire pack, as Fieldley will just pull a fuel and go, as everyone settling in here, as Wilson is still in pit lane, so he is getting some repairs done. So this will be 2 to green. And let's see if that will give Wilson enough time. But oh man, that caution is gonna change everything, as everyone will get, not only will Wilson get a fresh set of tires here, but everyone is gonna get regrouped, and we will only have 5 to go, as we're gonna come to 1 to green here. So we will restart this off with 5 to go. No overtime just yet, but we will restart this race with just 5 laps of racing left, assuming, of course, there is no overtime. Can Harold Wilson beat the pace car? Yes, he does. Harold Wilson, just enough time as he beats the pace car off pit road, and he will make his way back. So restarting with 5 to go, just 5 laps of racing left, assuming, of course, there isn't another caution, which another caution will 100% in fact bring out overtime. But let's see how these last 5 laps will affect this race. Who will become our race winner here at the Talladega 250? Exciting sights to see. Harold Wilson is gonna continue to make his way. As I believe he will have indeed enough time to get in there. Yes, he will. So here we go. Pace car is in. Joshua Vickery is going to lead the pack into the green flag with his teammate Jaden Newson right beside him. With just 5 laps left, it's anyone's race as we go green flag once again at Talladega. Who will be the Talladega 250 race winner? as everyone is going to get a great start here. Victory continues to lead. It's Newton, Brookmeyer, Fieldley, Waite, and Wilson. How will this affect everything? Coming now out of turn 4, John Waite and Harold Wilson are going to lose on that draft quite a lot. As Vickery will lead 4 to go, with his teammate right behind him. Brookmeyer might be looking to go into the outside lane and see if Fieldley joins him. As John Waite is getting back into the draft, however, Harold Wilson is completely out of it. Harold Wilson is very prominent and a very good race winner candidate, now out of the race, as he did not have a great start and he will just lose the draft completely. So he is going to be hoping for caution here, as Brookmeyer is going to try and go for the outside lane with Fieldley helping him. As Vickery continues to lead with 3 laps to go. Fieldley moves back into the inside, leaves Brookmeyer hanging. John Waite is going to go into the back of the 62 to try and make that work. And Dealey here is going to lose the draft on Newton. Brookmeyer moves back, goes into the top 3 and into the inside lane as he blocks off Fieldley, and Brookmeyer is past the 72. But those Fords still in the top 2. Not looking to slow down anytime soon. And Brookmeyer and Fieldley need to sort this out together if they want a chance to get a race win for either of them. Just 2 laps to go. It's anyone's game. Oh, it gets turned. Carter Brookmeyer is turned and the caution is going to come out.
Caution.
Yeah, stop caution.
And this will definitely change things up.
JJ, you gotta be straight on your pushes.
The caution.
JJ, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to push you there. I let
come
off
out
and then my car
as Carter
just stopped the
Brookmeyer
draft and pushed me into you, dude. I'm so sorry.
is thrown off the track,
You're good.
and we will
We're
in
both
fact,
still in it. Maybe we could get each other a winner, second place here.
and we will
You too, John.
in fact
I'm
be
not gonna let you
going
down.
into
I promise
shake
you.
and bake overtime.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we can work together later. Let's do this.
I was talking to the other John because
boy.
I promised him. But either you, I'll help. I'll give myself the best.
Harold Wilson now will have a chance to regroup. As everyone here is now going to grab a chance to pit. Harold Wilson is going to dip in. Fieldley is also going to dip in. Oh man.
One degree.
There. Yeah.
Bewley is out. Wilson looks like he's getting even more repairs.
Stack up. 3-on-3, double file.
Hey Wilson, it's one to go here.
Yeah, I'm coming back out in a second.
Alright, just watching out for you.
As we will have our first take at Shake and Bake overtime here at Talladega. And this cannot get more exciting. Once again, it is still anyone's race to win. As Harold Wilson is going to quickly try and make his way back.
Hey JJ, you learned from last time?
Can I get the black clear?
But here we go.
If you're chill with me, I'm chill with you, bro.
I'm all good with you.
Once again, for what looks to be the final time, unless there's another caution for another takeoff overtime. Last time that we go green once again at Talladega, as green flag is out, and victory will lead the pack into the green-white checkered. Anyone's race, Vickery and Brookmeyer gonna hold on to it. Here comes Newson, Fieldley, and Wade on the outside. Newson is gonna get a big hook here by J.D. Fieldley. Jaden Newton is back into the race lead, coming into the backstretch. Newton, the back-to-back is looking very doable now.
Here we go, JJ.
Out of turn 4. It will all come down to this one singular lap as we have white flag at Talladega. JJ Fieldley, the whole field gets turned. John Wayne and Carter Brookmeyer get turned. Harold Wilson is also turning to the outside wall. It's just Fieldley and Newson. Side by side.
Go, JJ, go, go, go.
Who will have the race win? Coming into turn 3 for the final time.
Thanks for jumping the target.
Will it be Fieldley? Will
What?
it be Newton? Coming from turn 4. Here comes Fieldley. Does he have a move done? Into the inside. They're side by side. Coming to the check flag. Who has it? The big doors. It is too close to call.
Who got that?
Who has it? We will take a look at the replay. Results say Newton.
Hey JJ, can you push me to the finish, please?
What a photo finish. And we will definitely take a replay of that. Who has won? Let's take a look here.
Who got that, Dwayne? Who got that?
Carter, you took me out, man.
Currently looking at the replay. Let's take a look who has
Hey, good race, man. I don't know if I won
who
that or
will be
you won that,
visiting
but that was some
victory
fun
lane.
shit, man. Good job.
I just want to finish a race. Woo!
Who has the win? Wow. Look at that.
Thanks for trying to
That
help
is
me.
unbelievable.
Appreciate it, buddy.
We'll have to take a more in-depth look at this. I think it's Newson. Let's try and see if there's a better angle. We will go and take a in-depth look at this. Who has it? That is unbelievable. I mean, that's just too close to call. I think it is Newson. Oh my goodness. It's just unbelievable. Hold on, we will take a look at this real quick. Let's take a look here at the Discord real quick and see if they have more in-depth pictures. Oh my god. Yeah, we'll get the post-race reviews going. But I'm still not sure who won that. It looks like it's Newson. As we're just taking a look here. I believe that is indeed Jaden Newson who has won this race. Wow. We will go more in depth after the stream. Post-race review is definitely going to take a look at that. But for now, as the results stand, that is indeed a back-to-back race win for Jaden Newson. My goodness. I mean, you cannot make that up. That is the best finish that we have had so far, and it's not even close. That's just insane. Oh my goodness. Let's get let's get these standings up here ready to go. As let's take a quick moment here to give me a quick moment to get these standings up and running, and then we will go and start the post-race interviews. Holy cow. So that is, for now, a probationary race win for Jaden Newsom. JJ Fieldy just short of the race win. But wow, what an unbelievable finish that is. Joshua Vickery with his best finish, if I'm not mistaken, a top 3 finish for him. Harold Wilson just outside of the top 3 with a P4 finish. Carter Brookmeyer with, unfortunately, his worst finish yet, but that is still a top 5, so you can't be too upset about that. Then it's John Waite with 31 points for him in 6th place, and Carter Roy rounds it off with the early exit with 30 points to the name. As who had the fastest lap? Let's take a quick look here. That belongs to John Waite with the fastest lap, 49.86, as John Waite will earn himself a bonus point. My goodness. Alrighty, so there are the official
What's going on? I'm happy. I'm pretty happy right now. Yeah, that was close, man. I couldn't even tell. Yeah,
Jaden
we were,
Newsom,
most of us in the
man.
car were just, like, we didn't know who won, and, like, I don't know. I just want to thank my team and my sponsors, ASL and Kane Racing, and JJ for just the absolutely clean racing there at the end, and yeah, no harm, no foul.
My goodness, Jaden Newsom, your race winner at Talladega by just an inch. I mean, how does it feel not only getting that amazing close photo finish with JJ Fieldy, but you are the first back-to-back race winner here in the league, in the season, and now you take over the championship with the championship lead over Carter Brookmeyer. How do you feel about your performance?
Well, I'm back to back is pretty awesome. I mean, Talladega is kind of a wild card, so we had a good race last week. It's kind of just like an if we win this, so pretty awesome to get another one and get that points lead and extend it by a bit, because win does a lot for you. So yeah, just overall happy with where we put ourselves after this race, and good teamwork.
Yeah, and on top of that, counting the Las Vegas race, and assuming, of course, the race when we count as stage, that is 6 stages now, 1 in a row, because you also dominated stage 1 and stage 2 here at Talladega. So how do you feel about that? 6 stage wins in a row.
Didn't even think about that. That's pretty cool too. Just keep the dominance going. Extend that points lead and take away the championship. We're coming up on the halfway mark, so any leading is good.
Alrighty. Any shoutouts that you would like to do before we bring in the next driver up here?
Just both my teammates, Carter Roy and Josh, just super helpful throughout the race. I also want to thank JJ just for the incredible job he did with us today, and it was a close finish.
Alrighty, close finish indeed. Thank you very much for your time here, and go enjoy that race win. My goodness, what a finish!
All right, thank you.
Alrighty, let's get in here. The runner-up, JJ Fieldley. Oh my goodness. Let's get Fieldley up here in the booth.
Hey, buddy.
There you go. How you doing?
I'm up and down right now. I don't know. I'm kind of speechless, if I should say. It's literally a 0 flat finish. I don't know what to say right now, but that was kind of wild.
JJ Fieldley, I was just about to ask you that. How do you feel about that close photo finish? Not only that, but with Jaden Newson, who you have been pretty much working with the entire race. Obviously, you were the only Chevy here on the track today, so you were working with those Fords. So how does it feel to have an amazing photo finish, but just unfortunately coming up short?
I'm pumped that we had a really good finish. I'm also pumped that we had some great racing, and I'm sad to hear that my teammate Gino Zito isn't here, but I came home in second just for him. And then I just want to shout out Jaden for the incredible racing from him. So clean on that final lap. No really too much contact, but I'm glad after the race he invited me to go do a burnout with him, and I did. So I'm so happy to just be a part of being able to race with Jaden.
And we also had confirmation there from Race Control that there will be indeed a post-race review, taking a look at that finish to see whether the results are correct or not. So how does it feel knowing that there might be just a slight chance that you actually got the race win from that?
I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna probably jump in my pool with my clothes on and go crazy, because it's a big deal to win in Dega, you know what I mean? And I just want to know, to all those people who were saw on lap 62 when I was in the pits for a long time, I didn't have any repairs. I had to go to the bathroom.
Oh my goodness. Well, JJ Fieldley with an insane photo finish, and not only that, an incredible performance and incredible saves, as well as you were involved in some wrecks and had incredible saves. Any shoutouts that you would like to do before we send the next driver in?
I like to shout out my sponsor, Handjob Fishing, and I'm glad to say, I just want to say thank you to my parents and my grandparents that are watching, and thank you to Jaden. Jaden even heard me on the radio screaming at my monitor because how close that was. And I'm just glad to be here, man. Hopefully go get him next weekend. Watkins Glen and Homestead. Let's go get him, baby.
Alrighty, thank you for your time. Wishing you the best going into those rounds. Have a good day, man.
Thank you. You have a good night, man. See you.
See you. Alrighty, let's get in here. Carter Brookmeyer, the former championship leader. So let's get him in here. Let's get.
Yo.
Yo, how's it going?
I feel like shit right now.
Carter Brookmeyer, obviously, it's sad to see you lose the championship lead, but on top of that, your worst finish by far in the season, as you previously didn't have a worse finish since second and third, and now after you were pretty much battling. You were in the front of the pack battling for that lead and the third place spot, back and forth, obviously pushing with Harold Wilson. But how does it feel just coming up short, but at least getting a top 5 finish here tonight?
Well, I already told you I felt like shit, but I wrecked both my teammates because I was trying to commit to a line and tried to get him down there with me and JJ, and then I just spaced out, went high, chopped off. I think it was John Waite's nose, and then Harold just did nothing wrong all race, and then I just screwed him up. It's totally my fault. I feel bad, but I was trying to put myself in the best position. Ended up taking out all three of my cars in the race, and kind of hurt sometimes.
Yeah, and another big factor is that your other teammate Kelly Walton, which is one of your teammates that I would say you probably rely on the most, fortunately absent for today's race. So how do you feel about that? Do you think Kelly Walton's absence today in this race impacted your race?
No, my other teammates did amazingly. But I've only known Harold for like 3 weeks now, and he's probably just about same or better than Kelly, and proud. I'm just proud. I screwed up my cars, my teammate, my team points, my points, everything. I would put myself in the best position to win if I just stayed on that bottom. But I just didn't. This is my fault. Sorry, Harold. And JJ, I wanted to push you to that win, but I wish I could.
Alrighty. Any shoutouts that you would like to do?
I would like to get Harold up here if he's alright with that.
Alright. We'll see if he gets to call up here. Let's see if he puts his hand out so we can get him out here. But anyway, still a top 5 finish for you, man. Wishing you the best going into the next rounds at Watkins Glen and Homestead, Miami, and wishing you the best for your team.
Thank you.
No problem. Alrighty, and that seems to be it for today. But my goodness, what a freaking finish that was. That was, in my opinion, the best finish you could ever ask for for a track like Talladega. Oh my goodness. Let's take a quick recap before we end the stream off. Let's take a quick recap here. It's Jaden Newson, P1, and JJ Fuely, P2. Race control is definitely going to take a post-race review of that, and then we will come at you with the updates after the stream ends to determine the official race winner. It is Joshua Vickery with a top 3 spot. Then it's Harold Wilson, Carter Brookmeyer. Then it's John Waite and Carter Roy rounding up the positions. And then in the championship standings, it's Jaden Newson, your new championship leader with 148 points. Carter Brookmeyer with 143. Then it's JJ Feely with 140, just 3 points behind. Vickery with 129. Then it's Gino Zito 102. Murata and Cody Pruitt in the 90s. Carter Roy and Harold Wilson tied with 92 points. Then it's John Waite with 66. Kelly Walton with 64. And then at the back, it's Gage Winsel with 28. And Ryan Rainwater still with no points and no appearance shown up here in the league yet. But that will do it for tonight. What an incredible race for these drivers, and what an insane finish that was. I would like to thank not only these drivers for their incredible performance, but also all the fans out there and all the people watching the stream. Thank you guys for your support. As we said earlier in the beginning of the stream, if you would like to race with us, feel free to comment down below. We are currently looking to recruit people and recruit drivers for this league. So if you would like to have fun and come race with us, let us know down below, and we will gladly be trying to recruit people. So with that being said, it is signing off. Actually, Carter Brookmeyer is up here. Carter, I'll let you talk if you want about the recruiting system.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna post more on social media, probably get some TikTok pages up or something like that, Facebook, kind of spread out a little more than just where we're at.
Yeah, that's probably good. Because we do need some drivers. We need some recruiting drivers here.
Yeah. Jaden, you gotta be up to game on that Instagram.
Oh my goodness. But alrighty, we will be signing it off here tonight for you guys. Thank you for watching round 4 the Talladega 250 here live from the official Shake and Bake Racing League YouTube channel. This is Dwayne Crespo, also known as Vibes on YouTube, signing off for tonight, and we will see you all next week, Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, for round number 5 for our road course at Watkins Glen. See you until next time, and have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.